So one officer on one of those Thomas's ships, which was the HMS Malaya, said that they could see the entire high seas fleet, that Thomas's Fifth Battle Squadron, they are going to be engaging and entertaining these guys for the retreat to go on. And at this time, BT also does slow down his speed as he's retreating north for about 30 minutes. Doesn't come to a stop, just slows down, because this is to allow damage control parties to work better. Because the Lion, Tiger, and Princess Royal, so 3 of his 5 battle cruisers, were each, hit 15 times. Thomas had put his battle squadron where the two of his battleships, the Warspite and Malaya, were engaging with the main dreadnoughts of Sheer, whereas the Barber and Valiant were engaging with these battle cruisers. Now, right now Sheer also then has Hipper join in line with him to pursue with all haste with the British, because these guys at this point believe that they're just facing 2 British squadrons. So if they can catch up and deal a blow, it's still going to be a pretty big loss to the Royal Navy. And right now, it looks good for them, right? They've taken down 2 of the battle cruisers already.
I mean, this is pretty much what they want. Defeat one squadron of the British after each other, whittle them down to a manageable size.
Exactly. And because they know that, even Shear did say that we're not going to, in a full-on fight, we're not going to get any numerical superiority. So we got to avoid that. Now, after 30 minutes, as they move, BT then gives the order again to his men at around 5:30 that, we have to, prepare for battle. And then he tries to cross the T as the battle cruisers move east, right? So to kind of cross the T of the Germans. And this was just like, also done with the smoke and all to mask Jellicoe's arrival. Because, right, as I said, they don't know, both fleets did not really know that, at least until this point, that their main fleets were not yet engaging. And, it is at 5:59 p.m. on the 31st of May. The vanguard of Jellicoe has arrived in battle formation, to Shear's absolute surprise.
Psst. Hey you ever hear me talk about some great Pacific War movie or documentary like Pearl Harbor Minute by Minute over on Netflix and feel the urge to watch it for yourself? Uh-oh, you live in Japan, and your Netflix doesn't have it? Must suck to be you.
Sucks to be me right now.
Oh wow, Season 4 of Demon Slayer is out. Oh wait, I can't watch it on Canadian Netflix, but it's over on Japan Netflix? Whatever will I do?
Oh, no.
Being blocked from regional content? With private internet access, you too can watch Demon Slayer Season 4 by switching your IP address to Japan.
Yes! Hell yeah!
Why stop with Japan? With private internet access, you can change your IP address to over 84 different countries and every single US state, giving you access to region-restricted content all over the world.
Nice.
Many websites and services like Netflix are only accessible depending on your physical location, but private internet access helps you overcome these restrictions. Think about it, without private internet access, it's like paying for a TV series and missing out on the latest season. Shots fired, Demon Slayer on Canadian Netflix.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Ever fear people are gonna find your Google searches?
Banzai! Banzai! Banzai!
FBI, open up!
Private internet access makes sure that those Google searches remain a buried secret, as private internet access encrypts your internet access and has a no logs policy. Think you're safe with the local coffee shop's free Wi-Fi? No, you are certainly not. Private internet access gives you more privacy features than any other software, and real-time protection from malware and trackers, giving you peace of mind knowing those Google searches remain seen by you and you alone. Private Internet Access has a no-log policy that they've defended in court, which means they are not storing any of your browsing data. Hey, are you like me using different devices under one household? Private Internet Access is available on all platforms and protects an unlimited amount of devices at the same time. I personally use Private Internet Access to unblock movies and TV series from all across the globe, and I sleep easier writing scripts for my YouTube channel and others knowing my data is secure. Look, this is a no-brainer. Sign up with my link in the description of this video to get 83% off, plus 4 months for free, so it ends up being only around $2 per month. Signing up for Private Internet Access is risk-free. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and 24/7 customer support is available. So don't forget to click www.piavpn.com/The Pacific War Channel, and a big thanks to Private Internet Access for sponsoring this video.
Just bringing up a map.
Oh yes, again, for the audience who is audio only, we have a YouTube video of this. It's probably going to be all together in one episode for this one, but we are using probably 20 plus maps, portraits of all the admirals involved, and especially for an episode like this with nearly 200 something ships going at it, it would be in your best interest to actually visually watch this to know what the hell we're talking about.
That would be a big plus since, like, the sea, the battlescape of the sea is not like land where there are definite terrain features. You could really we could just describe on the, audio, but all right. So 1916, the year of World War I, right? We have all the massive battles, and this is the biggest naval battle of the war. And it's a battle that, if you take a number of ships, is one of the biggest naval battles on the planet, when the British Grand Fleet and the German High Seas Fleet would collide, and both had the strategic objective of destroying the other completely. Germany was the only navy at this time which possibly had a chance of taking on the British and winning. I could even say that. Now, this is a massive engagement that takes place with the British bringing in 28 battleships or dreadnoughts, 9 battlecruisers, 8 armored cruisers, 26 light cruisers, and 79 destroyers, for a grand total of 150 ships. The Imperial Germans in their fleet bringing in 16 dreadnoughts, 22 pre-dreadnought battleships, 5 battle cruisers, 11 light cruisers, and 61 torpedo boats for 99 ships. And I made some calculations. By tonnage, the British are bringing about 1.26 million tons of ships across, like, the displacement of all battle cruisers, battleships, everything. And the Germans are bringing about 620,000 tons, which, by the pre-war estimates, these represent at least 60% of both fleets' total commitment. So it's a big battle. Now, ultimately, it all started with Admiral Reinhard Scheer taking command of the German High Seas Fleet, and he wanted to really engage the British and destroy them. And he planned to send a raid to, hit Scotland and such, and then lure the British fleet, or near the Jutland and Heligoland, because around this area, one moment, on this map, if you could see here, this mined area is what deterred the British from engaging with the Germans, because they don't obviously want to navigate a really dense minefield, which only the Germans know how to navigate, which protects themselves. And ultimately, it succeeds. On 31st May, the fleet set sail and move into the engagement. Though I'll just add, Scheer's planned torpedo and submarines attacks faltered because he sent those vessels out 2 weeks in advance, but due to unforeseen repairs and bad weather, the fleet only set sail on the 31st of May, 1916, the day the submarines literally ran out of fuel. Now, both fleets move in 2 broad groups. The commanders-in-chief, Admiral Scheer of the Imperial German Navy, and Admiral John Jellicoe of the Royal Navy, they have the primary fleet arm, which consists of like all the battleships and at least half the destroyers and cruisers. Admirals Hipper and Admirals Franz von Hipper and Admiral David Beatty, they are leading the battlecruisers divisions with the pretty much the rest of the destroyers and cruisers as well as their support vessels. So both fleets are just moving in two groups. And on 31st May in the afternoon, Beatty and Hipper engage in the first battlecruiser action, in which, despite being outnumbered, the British construction of their battlecruisers and their doctrine that they followed really cost them two battlecruisers, which were the HMS Indefatigable and HMS Queen Mary, and nearly Beatty's flagship HMS Lion, all to one shell from which just decided to explode in the magazine of the turrets. But the tide turns for Beatty is when one of the key units involved in the action, which is the 5th Battle Squadron, which was a force that ideally was supposed to be part of Jellicoe's fleet, but was detached to Beatty while Jellicoe was training up Beatty's gunnery officers in other battlecruisers. This force under Admiral Hugh Evans, Thomas, I keep messing that up. He has 4 powerful Queen Elizabeth class warships, which are the most powerful vessels afloat in the world at this time.
And the fastest of their, they were really fast.
They were not as fast as the battlecruisers, which could make
but I mean for those size of ships,
yeah. But compared to any other battleship in the world, they had a top speed of 24 knots, whereas most battleships or both navies could maybe steam at about 21 knots. Now these behemoths come and they kind of force a lot of fire on Hipper, who then starts to retreat. Now, at the time of when Beatty and Hipper were fighting, Admiral Scheer is moving up because, keep in mind, folks, we are talking about a battle that's taking place pre-radar. These guys don't really have accurate intel. Most of the intel is either coming from home intelligence services that is wirelessly transmitted, or their cruisers or destroyers, which while not engaging would be on scouting duties to alert the main bodies of the fleet. And as you can see here, on 31st May at 4:42 p.m., Beatty confirms the sighting, which was reported 10 minutes ago by his cruisers, of Admiral Scheer coming through. And now this is including like 22 battleships, about 8 cruisers and 40 destroyers, and he's already down 2 battlecruisers. He retreats. And because of differences in command style, Admiral Thomas's 5th Battle Squadron brings up the rear, and they start retreating north, which is where Jellicoe's fleet will be coming in.